So as you walk through my front door, you're in my little hallway. You open up the living room door, and this is my living room. And this is where I do everything. This is where Sugarbelle lives. This is where the family live. This is where our TV is, our gaming consoles. This space works really well for me. It is busy, it is loud, but I've made sure that my living room, I think, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a space that I continuously want to be in. It's a space that inspires me. It's full of all of my favourite things, and I just love being in here. My TV has always got YouTube on. It's always got Cafe Jazz, I think we've got on at the moment. This is my shelf full of all of my favourite things. Here we've got some Amy Hastings work. I've got little peg dolls. I've got pictures of my children when they were younger. Just bits and bobs that I've collected over the years. Our Switch, our PlayStation, which is on pretty much all of the time. We've got a little bar full of gin. They're empty. All of the bottles are empty. And we have my little artwork wall, my little shelf full of plants and candles and beautiful things. Another little shelf with a random window that just looks onto our neighbour's house and our drive, but you know, whatever. It's a cute little window. And some of my favourite artworks. Our sofa, which I actually hate. I hate that it's a leather sofa. We are going to get rid of that and have a big, either a pink or a mustard, squishy, amazing sofa. This is our bookcase full of dreams. It is full of special things that we have collected over the years. We've got bits from, that's my wedding, what do you call that? Crown? It's not a crown. You know what I mean, that floral thing. Bits of places that we've been to, collector's items from when I was younger. Again, photos of my children when they were younger. Look how beautiful they are. We've got my spice jar collection. Should I open this? I'll open it. My spice jar collection, which I absolutely love this. I don't use it as a spice jar collection, obviously it's on my shelf. And then for those husbands, boyfriends, partners that follow, that have commented many times on my husband's collection of Ultimate Warrior figures, here they all are in all their glory. There's loads of them. He loves to collect these. And I, to be fair, love them on our shelf because look at him. Look how cute he is. And he's so colourful. So that's our little collection of Ultimate Warriors with a random one at the back. I don't know who he is. Is that Old Man Warrior? That's it. It's Old Man Warrior. He's not a random one. I think he's the same guy. Yeah. My favourite books in the whole world, my Mina Lima collection, and then more of my favourite books in the whole world, all down here. And this cupboard smells amazing because there's like candles and stuff that have been in there for ages. So it smells of like mangoes and lemons and stuff and candy. And then this, hello to me, is my little studio. And let's have a little look round of this. So this is my desk. As you know, if you watch my vlog, oh, I just tripped over something. So this is my desk. If you've watched my vlogs before, you will know that this is where I always am. I'm always sat here. It's a very functioning desk. It's a very pretty desk. There's nothing exciting really on here other than all of my beautiful art supplies. I've got my Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 crayons, here on the table. I've got my mixture of my Holbein pastel pens and I've got my Prismacolor pencils in there. I have my palette books that I keep on here, as well as hand cream, nail oil and Vaseline, and my reading glasses because I can't see anything if it's up close because I'm 42 now and apparently your sight goes when you get to that age. Who knew? My label printer's on here and this is the world's tiniest bin. The world's tiniest bin. I will have a look through my drawers in a second. That sounds rude, doesn't it? And then we'll go through my storage area. I mean, look at it. It looks cute, doesn't it, from afar? But when you get up close, you're like, Sarah, what the hell is going on here? Hold on, let's go through my drawers. So in my drawers, this one doesn't even open. I don't know what's in there. It's full of stuff. probably like really important documents that I can't now get a hold of, but they can stay in there. This is where I keep stickers, sticker sheets, like second stickers that I can put in people's orders, my labels, branding labels, you know, and then in here, crap. It's a drawer of crap. So these aren't very useful drawers. I mean, as you can see, they're tiny, so you can't really store much in them anyway. But out of sight, out of mind, hey? Underneath, I've just got packaging, like backing board, stuff like that. Nothing exciting. We are actually on the floor now. We're on the floor. But this is my cupboard where I keep stock. Lots of stock in here. As you can see, there's hardly any room. But it works, it's functional. My colour book, because I still don't know where to keep that. But each of these boxes is an Acasa crate with a little label on it. Not that the labels match. This one says packing. It's not packing at all. It's prints that are already set up and made. So lots of little prints that I've got in here that I've already packaged with the backing boards and everything ready on them. Look, so I keep them all in there, and then when I'm doing my orders I can just grab them and go. In this one, more prints, 5x7 prints, keep in here. Oh look, so cute. So I keep those in here, and then this one's heavy. Oh Jesus. This one has got like my Cricut materials in, my like rolly thing, a corner puncher, my thermal labels, tweezers, sticky glue dots, backings cards, like hole punchers, that kind of jazz. You know, it's really heavy. It's a heavy basket, that one. Oh, I always drop stuff out of there as well. This one is string, lots and lots of string for my bunting that I make. Here we've got pins, acrylic pins that are already on their backing cards, and my pickle pins are in here with the backing cards as well. So my pins I kept in there. In here is envelopes, cards, packed cards, ready to go. Beautiful. Already made. God, as you can see, I just bang stuff about all the time. This one, I'm not bringing it out because it's really heavy. It's just old stock. My old cards that I don't really sell anymore. In here is stickers. If anyone's got any better ideas for how I can store my stickers, looking at the amount of space I have, please let me know. I was thinking maybe like a folder, like a little concertina, is that the word? Accordion folder, perhaps, that I could store them in, because they're just sort of flat here. So I've got my sticker sheets, and then I've got my die cut stickers in a box, and it's not ideal because I have to sift through them all. Then the last one is bunting. My bunting, just pre-made, ready done, and stored in this one. And what else is in there? No, it's just bunting and bunting string. So yeah, that's in that one. So that is the main area of storage of stuff that's ready made. And then I'm going to shift you. Hello, darling. My other drawer that I use is, I'm going to move this out of the way, hold on. It's such hard work. And then the other drawer that I use is this one, and this is where all the other crap is. So another box full of, you know, like this tape, that kind of thing, bubble wrap, an old notepad, some alcohol gel. You never know. I like to have clean hands when I'm doing my prints. Posca pens, loads and loads of Posca pens, and ink, shiny ink. A pencil case full of gouache, loads and loads of gouache, which I need to start using more of. business cards, boxes of those. I love this. I got this years ago from Paper Chase. And in there, it's like a little, I mean, look how cute that is. It's full of rubbish as well, but I really love it and always have. It's like vintage Paper Chase now. This is my packing stuff here. So we've got my paper bags, larger paper bags, smaller backing boards. This is really useful if you are in the UK. It's a letter squeezer. You just put your letters in and make sure that they fit for the Royal Mail. A cutting board, which just about fits in there. All my sticker paper. I'm not going to get all this out because there's loads. So just loads and loads and loads of sticker paper. What else is in there? Oh, cellophane, different size cellophane for packing prints, tissue paper, and then underneath it's just envelopes, different sizes of manila board-backed envelopes. So like for smaller stickers, just sticker orders on their own. I ordered way too many of those and now I've run out of room for them. A4 envelopes and C5 envelopes and packing tape and tissue paper. So that is those drawers. Then what else do I use? Oh yeah, my paper trimmer is conveniently stored under here. And I don't use this cupboard in the middle. That is full of jigsaw puzzles and records because, you know, you need a home for your jigsaw puzzles and that's the best place for them. And this cupboard opens that way. And weirdly, I don't like the setup of that. So I decided to have the ones either end, if that makes sense. It made sense in my brain. Ooh, it's pleasant, isn't it? Then usually on the floor, there's a big box that I trip over all the time. This box is on the floor and I trip over it. You've probably seen me trip over it multiple times. And there's nowhere for me to put this stuff, but I need it all the time. So I just keep it in this box on the floor. Like this huge, I only had delivered yesterday, bag of stuffing. I don't know what that's called. Huge bag of that. I'll go through that in a second. Printer ink. A really expensive camera. My microphone, which is, again, really expensive. I'm going to close the windows. We live on a really quiet road, but there is a park, I think I've said that, at the back. And they play football there sometimes. And they all come on a Saturday morning and a Sunday morning. A tin full of, like, stuff. You know, so it's an expensive box to trip over. My beautiful goodie box from Cheryl Slaney's in there. My sketchbooks, a tripod, paper, like stuff. Expensive things that you shouldn't keep on the floor, ready to trip over. Then I've got my art grab bag, and in here, again, on the floor, in my art grab bag, Apple earphones, my iPad, my swatch book, and my sketchbook, so that I can just grab that when I need to and I can go and be creative somewhere in peace. And my tripod fits in here, so in the summer I'm going to go and film, like grab it, go to like a National Trust, a garden, a park, you know, maybe into Birmingham, and just sit with this bag, film some content, do some drawing, do some painting. But it's a really useful bag. It's from Uniqlo. I think it was about 20 quid, but it's a perfect bag, lots of pockets, and it fits everything in. But yeah, again, on the floor, ready to trip over, full of thousands of pounds worth of stuff. So if anyone's got any better storage solutions for a house like mine, my house is, hold on, let me sit down, let's get comfy. So my house is super cute, isn't it? It's a super cute house. It's a new build, and I think I discussed this like over a year ago in my very first vlog, that we bought this house when it was just dirt in the ground, and it was our first home together, and it is such a special place. We adore it here. If I could pick this house up and make it bigger and move to like Scotland, I would. I love it so much. It's a 3-bed new build, and if you're from the UK, you'll know that new builds aren't massive. And it's an average house. It's very open plan. As you can see, our living room, my kitchen is just next door, kitchen diner. And then we've just got our garden. In the garden, we've got a summer house with our Peloton and stuff in. And then upstairs, it's just 3 bedrooms. We've got my son's room, which is tiny, but he's got like a gaming bed, which, yeah, that works for him. And then my daughter's room's just a normal size room. A bathroom, our room, which is a double room with an ensuite. And then that's it. That is our house. So unless we extend, there isn't really any room for any space that I can go into. We have got a downstairs bathroom. As you walk through the door, it's a disabled bathroom, which you have to have fitted now in a new build. But we use that for storage. It is just full of coats and shoes and my husband's tools because he works in construction and has millions of massive tools. I mean, this saw that he has is bigger than me. Honestly, it's huge. So we need a safe place for all his tools. We are thinking of maybe going into the garden and building or getting one of those incredible, like a proper outbuilding where we could have a gym on one side, a really secure shed, and then a studio for me and just fitting, because our garden's got quite a decent size. But again, that's a lot of money. So this is what works for now. My printer, in case you were wondering, is in our understairs cupboard. It's just a cupboard that goes under the stairs, and my printer is in there, and it's Bluetooth, but it's great because it's out of the way. I haven't showed what's on the top here. I'll go through that in a minute. Can you see it actually? So on here I've got my Cricut. I've got my A4 prints that are stored ready in a little crate on here. My pencil case, which is just full of highlighters, sellotape. My English tea tin, which has got receipts in. And then I've just got a little box full of my thank you cards. So it's kind of like a packing station. All my mats are kept under the Cricut. It's always hooked up. Tripod here. So it's everything's within my desk. Everything's within my desk. The only annoying thing I find is that I obviously have to go in and out of the cupboard to get my printing. And I really it's a job I hate doing, is trimming the prints. Getting the trimmer out and going into the kitchen to use the table in there because there isn't enough space to trim in here. But it's really functional. It works fine. My main issue, I think, is the more stock I have, the bigger I get. I am going to run out of space. And I don't know where the jigsaw puzzles and records will go, but I'll probably end up needing that cupboard space soon. Sometimes the sofa gets in the way. I obviously fall over. It's tight. I think the main issue is now I'm filming on YouTube is having a quiet space. There's no quiet space. We're a family of 4. We've got 2 pugs. They're noisy. If you've got pugs or Frenchies or any breed like that, you'll know they're just noisy. And as I'm at work all day, I'm not at home on my own. And it's noisy. I have to just ask everybody to be quiet, which I feel really rude doing that, but what can you do? So of an evening when I'm in here, often you'll see that I'm filming content that is no sound. I'd take the sound off because if you could hear what was going on behind me. You'd be like, wow, that sounds horrendous. And it's because we've got gaming going on here. Like, it's a living room. It's a very lived in living room. We're a very happy little family. We're always together. The kids are always down here with us every evening. We eat dinner together at the table and then we come in here together and we do our thing. And if that means I'm here doing my work, Penny will probably be drawing behind me on the sofa whilst I'm here doing things, and then Matt and Robin will be sat on the sofa playing games together, and it's lots of laughing, often lots of shouting, and it's really noisy. It's really noisy, which is why I don't film as much in the evening because I just can't. I'll try and find some footage of me filming and it looking really aesthetic to what it's actually like behind me because, wow, you wouldn't believe it. So it's a really functioning space, and I think how I cope with that noise and being able to do stuff is I've got my earphones. Those are noise cancelling earphones from Apple, and although they were about £500, They're fantastic. They really are, because I can edit in peace and I can't hear a thing. I cannot hear what's going on in this living room. I can edit in peace, or I can sit and do my orders or do some drawing and just put them on and I can't hear anyone. And so I can escape but be with everybody and have that peace that I need to get creating or to crack on and work here and still be with everybody. So I don't feel like I do have fear of missing out sometimes. So I'm a people person and I like to be around, well, I'm not a people person. I'm a family person and I like to be around my children and my husband. And so when I say I'm not a people person, what I mean is lately people annoy me, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So that is my little Sugar Bell office room studio in my living room, and it works for me, and it has done for the last couple of years. This is where I do everything, as you've seen on my vlogs. This is my living room and I make it work, and so can you. I think it's good for people to see that I am just sat in the corner of a living room every day, every evening. I'm just sat in the corner of my living room, and the chaos and carnage continues around me. But I think when I'm filming, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? It looks cute, but actually right behind me is people screaming and shouting and just being a family, and it's our life and it's beautiful. And one day I do hope to, I have thought about the loft, have a little space up there that I could convert, or we have thought about an extension. But like I say, I think a garden room for us would be really, really lovely for me to be able to go down there, and it's really sunny in our garden all day, and I just think that would be like my little space and it would be perfect, I think. So that's kind of the plan, but at the moment this works really well. So I hope that's been a nice little insight into my Sugar Bell life and how it all works behind the scenes. And if you've got any questions or suggestions on space saving, I like it, obviously, as you can see, I like it to be pretty. My living room is really pretty, and everything that's here has to be pretty, because if it's not, it annoys me and I don't feel inspired to sit here and be here. So it's got to fit. And that's why I've struggled, I think, with storage, because I don't want big bulky things. I still want it to look like a living room. I don't want it to look like I've taken over with a little business. It flows, it's cute. So yeah, any suggestions would be lovely. Mainly about stickers, really, how I could store my stickers. I've seen those little drawers that people have, but I don't know how big they are and where they would go. So now you've seen it, I'm sure this is probably perfect for me. Any ideas? How can I rearrange all of this to make it more fluid, work better? If you've got any suggestions or ideas, please hit me up. I'm all ears. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this whistle-stop tour of the Sugar Bell studio, and I will see you next time for my studio vlog. See you later.